Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
15 yards.
His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the...
And he'll take it on in. Hey, Sean Bucci. Touchdown, Patriots.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point now for Broncos. He gets it to go, and the Pats have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So following the touchdown, Broncos is back to send this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. And, Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Robert Spillane spills him there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Patriots' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. This one complete to Sutton. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Working out of the gun. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
A 6-yard loss.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on down. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. To throw on first down is May. He's found his receiver, Boutte. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
19 yards.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Henderson now on 1st and 10, and he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Douglas in motion. On 2nd down, it's May. Pass caught right side by Henry. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. That's caught left side. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right. But it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So this winds up to be a very smart decision to throw the challenge flag. They remeasure, and this indeed will become a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. We'll try the right side with Henderson. Not much there, maybe a yard.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing now is May. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Taken down back at
We
the
call them
20-yard
safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. It's May. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, New England. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Broncos now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Patriots have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So following the touchdown, Broncos is back to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
They'll run. It's Henderson. And a good run there. Going to give him 5 yards.
He was brought down by Drew Sanders. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. And the zone read, a give to Henderson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And the Patriots are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
Henderson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The extra point now for Broncos. He's got it. And the Pats add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Broncos 14.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Robert Spillane spills him there.
It's a gain of 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Throwing is Nix. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Broncos.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Lutz for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Broncos back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21.
Broncos 21.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. Pass completed to Douglas. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Gain of 10 yards.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the ground, here is Henderson. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Alex Singleton, they're on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
2nd down and 8. On play action, here's May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
21 yards.
A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
First down, Patriots.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll try the left side with Henderson.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Third and short. And here is May. Out to his right. There he goes again.
A gain of 3 yards.
3rd and short. You think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
May gonna hold on to this one. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
May going to look to throw. This one caught at the 4. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
At the 4-yard line.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Here's May. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Tayshaun Boutte. Touchdown, Patriots. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
The extra point is up and through. And the Patriots tack on one more to their lead.
Broncos 21.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. To throw is Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. He connects with Mims.
Nix's pass complete to Marvin Mims. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Patriots' 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's Nix to throw. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Yards. And the Broncos first down.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Nix throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
That's good.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Next, from the gun, on third down. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jalen Hawkins there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Draw play here for Harvey. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try to run here with Harvey. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29. But it's a new set of downs. First down picked up.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
A throw over the middle to be caught by Franklin. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A run with Harvey. And he will get into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. It's up and through. Broncos are able to cut into the deficit.
Broncos 28. Will Lutz.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Throwing is May. He's found his receiver, Butte. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, New England. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Borregales now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Pats will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Broncos 28.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nick. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. On the give, it's Harvey. And it'll be brought down side the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nick. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
That's another
13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Denver 1st down.
47-yard line.
Work in the middle, that's Harvey. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's now 3rd and
Sometimes
9.
it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
He'll take a shot with Mims. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
This returnable for Douglas. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's May. Complete to Henderson. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down coming up.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. And that is incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of 2.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Into space. Still going. And he will score again. Touchdown, New England. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good. And the Patriots are going to extend their lead.
Patriots 56, Broncos 28.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught by Harvey. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
2nd down. Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game. Like, these receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. A run, and this is Henderson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Throwing on second down. May. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for. And third down coming up. Working out of the gun. It's May. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Patriots ready for the punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Harvey. He's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Broncos.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This one complete to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
50-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. They'll throw. It's Nix. Open. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Got his man at the 6. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
1st down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
And goal.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, some extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal situation as we are now through the 3rd. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Nix. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
And that is caught on 4th and goal. They've got it. Portland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Lutz for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Broncos are able to edge a bit closer.
It's 56. Broncos 35.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. It's Henderson to start this drive. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle is made right at the 36.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Patriots.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Once more, it's Henderson. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold him to a gain of 2.
At the 41. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's May. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Out of the gun, it's Henderson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Singleton on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action with May. That's the linebacker, Alex Singleton, getting in there for the sack. It's got to feel great as he gets this preseason off on the right foot.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is May. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. To return, it's Mims. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Nix now on 1st and 10. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Open man downfield, it's Franklin. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's good.
They get 24 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
At the 47-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A very slick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. It's 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a first down to boot.
23-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Now it's 2nd and 1. A handoff as they try to run it here. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
That's good.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
In these goal-to-go situations, backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And this ball incomplete on third down. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
Defense.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. It's Henderson. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Our first carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to get that first down. Tackle made up at the 13.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Diggs on the reception. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 34.
A gain of 34 yards. And a Patriot first
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take it.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and So far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throwing on third down is May. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Tyler Beatty, the ball carrier. Marte Mapu on the stop. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They run straight ahead with Henderson. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. Douglas in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake. They run it up the middle. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. May going to look to throw. He'll go underneath to Henderson, and he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this run is about done. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team.
For the Patriots.
And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds. So it's a road win here for the Patriots as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.